Hello, everyone. And I just finished watching episode 6 of Burnout Syndrome, and I am not in full control of my emotions yet. Because that was freaking crazy episode. That was so much. I'm so overwhelmed. But this is my official after show. This is where I kind of talk about the episode, talk about my feelings. We can chat in the comment section about what we think happened and what's going to happen and where the show's going and everything. So please feel free to put your comments and your ideas in the comment section. I absolutely love it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do right now because I'm so flabbergasted at how that episode went. What the F? WTF is going on? I'm literally losing my mind right now because I just did not see I did not see that unfolding or however the words would be happening like it did. Okay, so let's just start at the beginning. Let's just collectively take a breath. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't even know what to do with myself. Okay, so it starts where we left off with Pim and Jira at Jira's house hooking up. Jira is like, oh, you know what? I'm not ready for this. I actually really like you. I'm taking this more seriously. Let's not just be casual. These are things that were set up. Not necessarily in that moment, but you know what I'm talking about. It's going too fast. Let's slow this down. And then obviously Pim is disappointed. He leaves. And we find out he leaves and calls a girl to hook up with. We don't know who she is. If this is a repeat thing, probably somebody he's hooked up with in the past because they do seem pretty familiar with each other. So he leaves, goes and spends the night with a girl at his house, which, okay, let's just look at that. They're it's sucky because he's trying to get with Jira and he's trying to be in a relationship or with him with whatever, but they're not. So technically, he didn't do anything. He's not cheating on him or anything. It's just shitty. You know what I mean? So you can't be mad at him really because they're not in a relationship. They're just getting to know each other, but it was still pretty crappy to do. Okay, so we have that. And then we have a few other things where, they do meet again at the elevator and they're talking again. And he's like, I really like you. And he's like, I like you. And I'm worried about what you think of me. Obviously I'm disappointed, but I'm more worried about how you feel about me. And Jira's like, I feel the same. And they kind of end up on a good note. It's just, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just completely captivated by these characters. It's so messy. One thing I'm finding interesting is Pim is low key, he's obsessed. The fact that we found out he got that tattoo just to impress Jira. That's the sole reason that he got that tattoo, which is crazy. The fact that he is going to such extremes to find out about him, to see the things he likes, to learn about the things that Jira likes, to learn about art, to learn about the things, to find things that they both enjoy together. It's so extreme. And I love that he acknowledges it. He's like, what am I, in Stockholm Syndrome? Why am I so obsessed? I am so obsessed with this person and I just want him so badly. And I don't think it's just about sex. I don't think that's it. I don't think it's going to be one of the things where he's like, oh, I had sex with him, now I'm good. I personally don't think that. I think he does, number one, actually like Jira. I think he truly does. I think he truly wants to be with him. I think part of it also is he wants to win in a way, especially now that KOH is involved. In a sense, after finding out that he works for him, Like, I think there is that competition edge to it that's probably amplifying it in a crazy way. But I do think he does like him. I just think he's never really liked anybody before, truly, and doesn't know how to cope with it, with everything else going on in his life, plus all that exterior stuff. That's what I think. I've seen a lot on TikTok and YouTube and stuff of people talking about Peem's character. Like, he has all of these red flag tendencies, et cetera, et cetera. And I just think it's funny because I'm like, every single character in this show is red flag tendencies. Like, they all do. None of them is better than the other. Like, I don't think any of them are like, oh, they're a good guy. They all kind of suck. Even including Jira. Like, they all kind of suck. Like, that's just the beauty of this show. And I think for me, like, watching it, I don't think, even with today's episode of what KOH did, which we will get to, I don't feel, with what we know so far, because God knows what's coming, but with what we know so far, I don't feel like anything that they are doing, KOH, Jira, Peem, is unfortunately outside of, like, they're just people. Right? Like, I don't feel like they're villains. I don't feel like Peem is like the secretive, terrible guy. I think he's just a guy who's got some shit to deal with, to work through, some insecurities. I don't think he's weak, because I've heard some people calling him, like, maybe he's weak because he doesn't want to, like, stand up to KOH, which, I mean, he did in this episode. And all of these things, but, like, you know, like how he's not stopping him from this AI takeover. But I'm like, he even said, he's like, it's gonna happen anyways. Like, I don't like, so I don't know. I don't think he's outside of the realm of, like, normal, just average, somewhat shitty actions and feelings and thoughts. Like, he just seems like kind of typical, which I don't know. Like, and I'm not saying that in a good or a bad way. Like, I don't know. I've seen some videos that are just painting him like he's like this villain. And I'm like, he just kind of seems like an average dude of that age who is dealing with stuff and not dealing with it well. I don't know. I'm talking a lot about this. Hopefully this isn't going to be too long. And I hope, like, what I'm saying makes sense, because I am having a hard time articulating my thoughts on his character. You know, like, because we only know so much, like, but just thinking about how he's grown up alongside KOH and probably always having that inferiority complex. And yeah, I just feel like, I was talking with Abby about it. I was like, I feel like he's just like just a general dude. And everything he's doing doesn't seem outside of the realm of just what a typical dude with his background and insecurities would be doing, unfortunately. Like, I don't think he's a good guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think I don't, like, at his core, I think some of the things that he's doing and how he's maybe coping with whatever are not great. But I don't think he's a bad guy. Like, I don't think his character is a bad character. Sorry, that was like 10 minutes of talking about that. I just have a lot of feelings right now. I don't know what it is. Okay, but let's talk about KOH. So this entire episode was KOH trying to, like, break past Jira's walls and his defenses to, like, he buying those tulips. He's like, I want whoever gets them to fall in love with me. Like, him being like, I'm gonna figure out his favorite flower. Doing the freaking work to find those flowers, to figure it out, buying both, filling his house with flowers, like, all of these little things. And, like, it's not just in this episode, like the previous episodes, he's been showing this care for Jira that seemed sincere. And how this fucking episode ended, oh my God. Like, okay. KOH calling Peem to come over was insane to me. And I was like, I don't know if you watched my reaction. I was like, please, for the love of God, no, don't do this. Him acting like that with Jira, with like grabbing his hand, putting on his face, and saying the things that he was saying to him, hissing him, doing all of that, to then turn around and pull that shit by having Peem come and then him being like, I know what you two are doing. You're lying, you're lying, you're lying. Stop lying or get out of here. You might as well resign if you're not going to stop lying or whatever. And then blocking Jira from leaving and saying, I'm the only one who appreciates your art or whatever he said. Like literally keying in to the one thing that he knows at Jira's core he is most sensitive about, holds most dearly, and is so insecure about. He did that. That's like, he's such an asshole. And then to say, you didn't think I was actually into you. I am freaking reeling from this. This is insane. This was I need to calm down. I need to calm down. I don't even know. And the fact Peem resigning and being like, I quit, good for him. I feel like he needs to get out from under that. He needs to get away and he needs to figure out his own life and his own person. And I truly just think that would be so good for Peem. Jira, I don't know what Jira's gonna do. I mean, Jira is like really kind of, I feel like ultimately stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because of where we saw him at the beginning when he was like, I have no money, I have no future, I have no muse, I have no talent, I am good for nothing. And then he's finally getting those like, it's so toxic. Oh my God, it's so toxic. Getting those little bits, those like little like droppings of praise and like buying his art. Oh my God. And then earlier when he was talking about tulips, Ko was like, talking about that analogy about tulips and monsteras and how the value of it inflated and they wanted too much and eventually they just became worth nothing, and then saying like, don't value yourself too much because then you'll be nothing. What the hell? Oh my God. I don't know. I need a break. I need to lay down. I'm so sorry for yelling at you guys for 15 minutes almost. But please, like, tell me what you're thinking about this. Like, I feel like I'm spiraling. I am just completely flabbergasted at how that episode ended. I am shocked. I don't know where this is going to go. Who's going to end up with who? Is anyone going to end up with anyone? Are we just going to be okay with all this toxicity? Are we going to have any sort of character redemption arcs or arcs at all with anybody? I don't know, guys. I don't know. And I'm sure I could like, if I really thought about it and like wrote things down and like analyze, and I know there's so much like significance in a lot of what's happening in this show. I'm just too freaking out to even be able to do it. All right. I didn't watch the scenes for next episode. So if you don't put anything in the caption about next episode. I'm so worked up. I'm so worked up, you guys. Thank you so much for watching with me. I think I might literally go outside and just scream. That's how I feel right now. Okay. Thank you for watching with me. I cannot wait till next episode, and I will see you guys then. Please tell me things in the comments. Please, please.